Namaskar, beautiful people. Welcome to my YouTube channel, India Tour Specialist. Today I have got an interesting topic for you, Makar Sankranti. Makar means Capricorn and Sankranti means transmigration. So the movement of Sun into Makar Rashi or the zodiac of Capricorn is called as Makar Sankranti. There are 12 Sankrantis in a year, which means there are 12 days in a year when the sun moves from one constellation to another. From Makar Sankranti, the sun starts moving towards the northern hemisphere, which is also known as Uttarayan. Uttarayan is regarded as the period of divinity, although the entire year is considered as auspicious, but this period is considered more auspicious. Makar Sankranti is a festival celebrated in honor of the sun god or Suryadev to pay tribute for the grace of its energy that has enabled life and food on earth. Makar Sankranti is also celebrated as the harvest festival in different states of India, and we pay respect to Mother Earth for giving us good crop on which life is dependent throughout the year. People give others first and then consume on your own. Celebration of festivals shows India's diverse tradition of every state, and each one has its own customs and practices depending upon the region with great devotion and dedication. According to Sanatan Dharma, people pray to Suryadev on the auspicious occasion of Makar Sankranti. Bhagavan Suryadev is worshipped as the giver of light, the conqueror of the darkness that is ignorance, and the embodiment of strength, and dedicate the first grain to him. For peasants, it marks the beginning of new financial year to settle the division of products of the land between themselves and the tillers. It was on this day that Bhagavan Vishnu ended the ever-increasing powers of the Asuras or demons by defeating them and burying their heads under the Madranchal mountain. So this occasion also represents the end of negativities and bringing an era of righteous living. The importance of this day was highlighted during Mahabharata war when the great grandsire or Bhishma Pitama declared his intent to leave his mortal body on this day. On the auspicious day of Makar Sankranti, people take a dip in holy rivers at places like Ganga Sagar. Ganga Sagar is the place where the river Ganga meets at the Bay of Bengal, or at Prayag, that is Allahabad in Uttar Pradesh, Haridwar, Varanasi, Ujjain, Nasik, Badrinath, Kedarnath, and other places also. In many parts of India, columns are made. Columns are colorful grand patterns that are made out of rice flour and are made in front of courtyard of houses. People wear new clothes and they mark the festivity by wearing the clothes with the family. The kettles are decorated with beads, bells and flowers. Their horns are painted and capped with the shining metals. In Tamil Nadu, people celebrate Pongal, which lasts for 4 days, and they perform the ritual of boiling a mixture of rice, milk and jaggery and allowing it to spill over, as the overflow of rice symbolizes a prosperous farming for them. In some parts of Karnataka, it is celebrated as Yellow Bella. Yellow is a sesame seeds and Bella is jaggery. the women folk of each household distribute a mixture of sesame seeds, jaggery, coconut, and groundnuts to relatives and friends. In Andhra Pradesh, people offer prayers early in the morning to sun god, and family members gather outside their houses and cook pongal in clay pots by using sugarcane. And when they are making pongal, they use clay pots which are painted and decorated with turmeric, flowers, and mango leaves, where sugarcane is a symbol of sweetness and happiness in life. In Uttar Pradesh, Makar Sankranti is celebrated by taking holy dip in the rivers at various places such as Varanasi, Allahabad, and Ayodhya. In Rajasthan, this festival is known as Sakran, while in Gujarat it is known as Uttarayan. They have the tradition of kite flying, and kite war competition takes place where the people have to cut the kite strings of other flyers and bring them down. They also fly illuminated kites known as tukals, which are essentially sky lanterns at night time. In the state of Maharashtra, it is called as Tilgul, and on this occasion, married women meet with each other and exchange the haldi kumkum, that is turmeric powder and vermilion, and apply on each other's heads, as it's a symbol of love, happiness. They also exchange gifts including utensils. In Punjab, this festival is celebrated as Lohri. The Lohri bonfire is symbolic of an old method of protecting ourselves as well as a form of fire worship. It is to the Lohri fire that couples pray for more children and parents for husband for their unmarried daughters and give presents to their newly married daughters. When people throw sesame seeds in the fire, they ask for son. On the eve of Lohri, the most popular song sung by a group of boys invariably ends with the exclamation ho. 2 lines for you. It is pretty ring ho. Who owns you ho? Dullah of village Bati ho. Dullah married someone's daughter ho. So this festival is celebrated in different parts of India and South Asia also. Now we are going to find what's the importance of sesame seeds and jaggery. The sweet made up of till or sesame seeds and jaggery implies that we should give up our grudges and live harmoniously together. It is a time for forgiveness and togetherness. So even if there are differences, the festival is a good time to forgive, forget, and move on by spreading the sweetness like jaggery. Generally, sesame seed is black on outside and white on inside. The message it gives us is to maintain purity inside. If you scrub the sesame seeds, it becomes white also from outside. We are like the sesame seeds. With respect to this universe, we are tiny and sweet, delightful, like sesame seeds with jaggery. So stay small and sweet and you will truly become big. While each state of India has unique traditions, during Makar Sankranti, the spirit with which festival is celebrated is the same: integration through a thoughtfulness and joyousness, symbolizing a new and auspicious beginning for all. It is an occasion to forget the past and allow new light to enter one's life. It is an opportunity for families to get together and offer their respect to the land and animals that feed them on daily basis, it gives us chance to pray to the God for overall prosperity and well-being throughout the year.